Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Decoupaging with Michelle. Today we have a really cool project. Love doing these. It's what I call this a splash design and then with decoupage. So I'm going to walk you through that. So this is the design that we're going to use. Fall is coming upon us and I love this little design. So we're going to put this on a jar. And actually, we're going to be putting it on this. This is an upcycled, I think this was like an old milk bottle that I'm going to upcycle. I think I found this at a garage sale. Yeah, I love finding old bottles and things like that I could upcycle. So this is gonna be pretty cool. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna splatter it. I've chosen to splatter it with orange and purple. Those are the two colors that are in the napkins. So what I do to use to splatter it is I just use acrylic paint. I'm using Folk Art Pure Orange and Violet Pansy. And what I've done with those is I've put them in a little lid here and I've added just a little bit of water because I want them to have a runny consistency. So just going to get this, and there's no right or wrong way to do this. It's just kind of getting the design on here. So you just kind of, this is very, very, very watery. And I'm just going to get a brush and I'm just going to kind of flick it on. This can be very messy, you guys. And I just get my finger and I'm just going to, kind of flick that on there. A little bit too runny, but that's okay. The great thing about this is when that happens, we can clean that up. And that's probably where I'll end up putting the picture. But I just want to kind of get this and splatter this. Okay, get some more in there. It all ran off. See if we can do that. Yeah, there we go. I don't know if you can see those splash marks on here. And I'm just going to keep splashing it. I do want to avoid, and this is what I did the first time there, I want to avoid having the brush over the jar, so when it does drip like that, it doesn't drip on the jar, which is not a problem. So, and you can really just do as much or as little as you want. I think that's enough of the orange that I'm going to do. So I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm actually going to dry it real fast. It's pretty wet. So I just have my air dryer here. Just hit this for a couple minutes. So I don't know if you can see that really cool design on there. Literally just splash on there. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take my purple paint here that I've added water to, and I added just like a half a cup full of water to this. And then I'm just going to again do the same thing. Just kind of splash this on here. Oh, that was a good splash. And you can do this with any of the acrylic paints. You can use any kind of paint. I've never tried it with like the chalk paints, but I'm sure you could. The important thing is you have to get to the consistency that you can actually just kind of splash it on here. That purple looks really cool. Oh yeah, okay. So let me go ahead and hit this with the dryer, and then I'm going to decoupage the picture on here. So see if we can get this dried here. I'm totally digging this. This turned out really cool. All right, guys. So this is dried nicely with the heat dryer or the heat gun. So you can see those splatter marks. They just turned out really, really cool. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my napkin ready. So this is the design that we're using, has those orange and those purples in it, and I've actually already prepared the napkin. So what I did is I separated these as a 2-ply, might have been 3-ply, took all the plies off, just 1 ply, and I went ahead and edged around it because I did splatter. I didn't need all the extra kind of splatters that were on the design already because it's on the jar. And so I'm going to go ahead and decoupage this on here. So I'm going to get my bag of rice. And I'm going to place the jar in here. And I am actually going to, where I had that drip earlier, I'm actually going to put the pumpkin there. And it won't even show through. So that's a great mistake that I made there. So we're good. So I think I'm just going to put Mr. Pumpkin on here. I think he's going to look really, really great on there. And I'm going to go and be using my Mod Podge. And I'll use my plaid Mod Podge brush. So just want to make sure that this pumpkin is in the right position. Kind of up and down. Yeah, I think he's going to look fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that napkin back and do my Mod Podge. And again, I want to put a generous amount, but I just want to really make it tacky. No puddles, no big gloopity gloops, if you will, of Mod Podge on here. So that when I lay this back, this goes on there really nicely. I'm just going to kind of go back and forth. I love some of these Halloween fall designs. I used to have, a couple years ago, I found a napkin, and it was the coolest haunted house. I had ordered it online from Napkin World, and which is an eBay store she has tons of napkins. And I just, she hasn't had it in the last couple of years. So I'm always on the lookout for that. Really was particular. It was in this color scheme where it was like the orange and the purples and the black, and it was just a cool spooky house. I think initially when I had ordered them, I think I ordered 4 napkins, so it would have been 16, and I sold out pretty darn quickly on those. So there you go. There is that pumpkin. So I'm going to go ahead and let this pumpkin dry. Let this Mod Podge dry for about 24 hours, and then I'll go ahead, I'll come back in and I'll seal it. I seal all my products with a product called DuraClear. Looks like this. I use the satin varnish, and I think it gives it a really nice finish. So I will post the finished product when I'm done. So again, if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. And I would love to see some of the fall, Halloween, or Christmas stuff, projects that you guys are doing. So please share. Thank you so much. Remember, hit the subscribe button, and thank you for watching.